Hello. So today we will cover a very interesting topic regarding integration of TrueConf server video conferencing uh, platform with telephony. The presentation will be segmented into three parts. During the first part, I will show you how to call outside, how to reach phone subscribers. In the second part, I will tell you how to call TrueConf users and TrueConf conferences from phones, from voice IP devices. So, in other words, how to call inside, how to call to TrueConf server over C protocol. And in the third part, I will tell about registration capabilities of our server, which are connected with telephony as well, because server can be used as a PBX or as a gatekeeper for your desk phones or another voice IP devices you have in your offices. Anyway, as before, for demonstration purposes and for your fun, for your pleasure, I will capture my desktop where all the magic will happen. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me anytime. Uh, uh, I will show all demonstration based on my local server. I have a server installed on my machine. On this PC, the IP address is the following one. I have selected it. Just a moment. I will replace my camera with the desktop. Just a moment. So now you can see the content. So my IP address is a local one. On this machine, the TrueConf server 439 is installed. It has built-in gateway, which has very nice and powerful SIP and free-to-free capabilities. During this webinar, we will only cover SIP capabilities in connection with voice, in connection with telephony. So let's start. Let me show you how to call phone subscribers, phone users, regular phones from TrueConf applications. First of all, we have to connect to some kind of PBX, cloud-based or local one. I will show both to reach telephony subscribers. I have a client application which is connected to my local server. I will show you. Here it is. So my ID is Lev, and I'm connected to my local server. On that server, I don't have any settings, just a single user, a single account just for me. So it's almost clean, and everything we will do today, I will do in real time together with you. So first of all, we have to create a connection rule for cloud-based PBX. My colleagues have created an account on a service which is called Zadarma. I'm not sure it is very popular, but it just works. So it doesn't matter which one you will use. TrueConf server can connect to any cloud-based PBX solution. So in my case, it will look like this. I have an account there. Just a moment, I will look into. So here's my login name and my password. By creating a rule, we tell TrueConf server to maintain permanent connection to some PBX located somewhere in the internet, which we will use to reach phone users. To maintain connection, we have to select registration type permanent, and that's it. So I have entered information only into 5 fields: the name, the host, the address of the server, login, and password. So there are many other settings here, but we actually don't need them. We don't need encryption. We don't have to transfer any content over BFCP protocol because we're talking about cloud-based voice PBX. It doesn't support video. But here I have to tick the very important checkbox. It is called default voice IP server. Hello, Rodolphe. Glad to see you. This checkbox simplifies the usage of this SIP PBX connection integration for your users, for users who use our client applications. Let me show you how does it work. So basically, when we like to reach some phone subscriber, some phone user, we have to enter into the call string of TrueConf application the following string. It will look like dash SIP colon. This is a prefix. So we select the protocol which we will use to reach third-party endpoint. TrueConf server speaks many different protocols. It could be free-to-free, RTSP, and some others. But in this case, we will use SIP. After that, I have to provide some phone number. Today, I will use for demonstration my cell phone. So I will enter the number for my cell phone in international format. This is my cell phone. After that, I have to provide the address of the server. In our case, we use zadarma.com service. So the address of PBX server is the following. So basically, once we set up the SIP connection rule for this service, I can call my cell phone using this call to string. But with this checkbox, default voice IP server, I can dramatically simplify this process for my users. Instead of this long string, I can enter basically just a number. So when we tick this checkbox, the TrueConf server tells client applications to add information, the prefix and the server address automatically. It is possible to create this connection rule for voice IP default voice with a default voice IP server rule only for one rule. It's possible to create this rule. Yeah. So let's create it. I have entered all the information needed to connect to the cloud-based PBX. Immediately, TrueConf server is trying to reach it. It will take a while, maybe a minute, maybe less. Let's wait a little bit. Yeah, we have successfully connected. So right now, TrueConf server maintain permanent connection to the cloud-based PBX. This checkbox also enable the dial pad in client applications. So if we don't have any SIP rules with the default voice IP server checkbox enabled, it is not possible for your users to use dial pad. Dial pad is available in every application. So right now, we have created a new rule with this checkbox enabled. So the dial pad is available for me. Right now, we can call the phone. That's pretty simple. I just need to enter my phone number here. It's +7 926 977 33 27 and press a call button. It will take a little bit to reach my phone. Through this cloud-based PBX. So I received a call from the local node. I see the number, Moscow-based number. So let's answer it. Yes, we are connected. So you see that we are connected. That was pretty simple. I will drop a call. Yeah. And my client application is released and back to the normal state. Okay, using this dial pad, it is possible to invite people during the multi-point conference. And I believe this is the main case, which I use quite often. When we like to create a conference call with my colleagues, we usually gather in a in TrueConf application in a multi-point conference. So we all connect together using our client applications, and then we need to reach someone to whom we would like to speak with. So all we do, we create a conference. Uh, there will be only just me in this conference, and after that we add the phone user we'd like to invite into this conference, and again I just enter the phone number for this user whom we'd like to invite it in the conference using the dial pad. Again, we have to wait a little bit while the call goes through the PBX and TrueConf server. Yeah, again, I receive a call, and the second participant is added into the layout, has been added to the layout. You can see it as almost in the black box because my phone is connected over telephony and definitely doesn't send any video picture from its end. So I dropped the call. That was a multi-point conference with a phone subscriber added to it. There are many ways to add phone users into the conference. As I have already showed you, we can use this notation as well to reach phone subscribers. That's pretty simple. But it's not very useful, so it's much easier to use the short one with the default VoIP server enabled checkbox. So let me, yeah, here is the call. So you see that this notation is this is the same. It is an alias for the short one. Okay, so on the slides you can see the description of demonstration I have shown you already. Yeah, we have added telephony subscriber to the conference. Let's end the conference and let me make something new. In this part, I will connect to the local PBX. In our local network, we have another PBX which serve our local desk phones and our local wireless phones, for example, this one, which we use to speak with our colleagues across our multiple offices. So this is a local PBX. I ask our system administrator to create a dummy account for me, just a temporal account for me. So the address of our PBX is pretty simple because it is asterisk based. It is asterisk.trueconf.ru. So we have a headquarter in Moscow. That's why RU. It is located in Russia, this particular PBX. Okay, so I need to create a new rule for SIP connection for this PBX on my server. That's again pretty simple. I have to select manual configuration because it is definitely not a Skype for Business instance. Enter some name. Okay, let's call it local PBX. In the host field, I have to enter the domain name for our local PBX. The port stay the same. It is 5060, default port for SIP connections. Again, our system administrator have provided me with a name and password for this demonstration. I will use them. Okay, and the password. And similar to cloud-based integration, I have to enable permanent connection. So we have to tell TrueConf server to maintain connection to make this telephony service available for your users all the time. Again, I don't need SRTP encryption, and I don't need a support for BFCP here. So I uncheck these boxes. And here I will enable another role. It is possible not to enable any roles. This will be enough for PBX integration. But again, to ease the use of client application and telephony integration, I will show you how this checkbox default SIP proxies work. How does it work? So let's enable it and let me tell you how does it work. It is a little bit different compared to default voice IP server checkbox I have showed you before. So basically, what it does is pretty simple. To reach phone user using our local PBX. Just a moment. Just a moment. I have a message. Okay, to reach phone user from using our local PBX, I have to define the protocol I need to use to reach the PBX. It will be SIP. After that, I have to enter the phone number I'd like to call. Again, it will be my phone number. After that, I have to enter the address of SIP server or PBX. In this case, it will be asterisk at TrueConf.ru. So again, this is pretty bulky string, not very comfortable to use. So by enabling the second role, the default SIP proxy role, I can shorten it to this string. I will make Notepad a little bit larger to fit the string. So you can see that TrueConf server, when it sees the SIP call string without server specified, it will look for SIP connection rules with default SIP proxy enabled. After that, it will automatically add the host name from default SIP proxy rule to this call. So that's pretty simple. Now we have two rules. Okay, just a moment. I will save it to create a connection. Just a little bit. You can see that TrueConf server is trying to connect to the new PBX, to local one. Let's wait a little bit. Again, during the first connection, we do the stage which is called check. And this check stage usually take up to 1 minute. Yes, we have successfully connected. Now my local TrueConf server located on my machine maintain permanently two connections, to cloud-based PBX and to local PBX. The first connection has a role of default voice IP server, which is used for dial pad calls, and the second connection has the role of default SIP proxy, which automatically adds the address of the server to every SIP call. That's what we have done. So in other words, if we'd like to call someone using cloud-based PBX, I have to enter his number using in the straight form, just a number. I have to put plus and the phone number to call someone. If I'd like to reach this phone user using our local PBX, I have to put the prefix before. Dash, SIP, colon, and the phone number. All of them will reach my phone, my cell phone, but using different roads. So let's check it out. So now we will see how to call my cell phone using our local PBX. So yeah, my camera is busy. Just a moment. Yeah, I'm back. Okay, so I type hash SIP +7 and press call. That's pretty simple. Again, let's wait a little bit and wait until my phone rings. Yeah, here we have a call. We are connected. That's it. If I use the dial pad, the call will go through Cloud PBX in this demonstration. So I maintain two separate connections simultaneously. Okay, I'm going back to the slides. So I already have shown you how to call my phone using local PBX. And let me show you how to invite phone user to the multiple conference. I create a conference. I don't want to enter this hash SIP string again, so I go to the history of my calls and just double click, yeah, on this user. And again, the call will go through local PBX. We have a call. Here it is. That was simple. No differences to a cloud-based PBX. We just reached some phone user. So what the idea for local PBX? The main idea behind connecting a local PBX is to allow connections from phones, from cell phones, regular phones, desk phones, into the conferences, and also to allow them to call TrueConf users. So instead of reaching out, we will allow, with the help of local PBX, to call local users from outside, from phone systems. So let me switch to this part and show you how to set up this demo. I will do it together with you. Again, it will be pretty simple. So all we have to do, because we are using asterisk, so we have to enter just a single string into the configuration file. I'm not an administrator of this asterisk, so I asked our system administrator to do that for me. So this is the string, you can see it here. From the first glance, it is pretty complicated, but let me explain what it do. So basically, it capture all phone numbers which starts from 06 and with unlimited number of digits afterwards, and then transfer it to the function which is called dial, and this functions actually dial. So when our PBX receive any call on the number 06 something, it will call this something after this number located after 06 at this server. This server is the IP address. I'm sorry, this is the wrong address. Here's the correct one. So this is the address of my local TrueConf server. Let me pick it. Yes, this is my IP address. Okay. So this string tells PBX to transfer all calls starting from 06 to TrueConf server, and it preserves every number entered after the 06 as a username. It sounds complicated, but let me explain you how does it work. So basically, what it do is the following. For example, if I take my wireless phone connected to a local PBX and call 06101, the asterisk will transform this into 101 at IP address of my TrueConf server in the following string. So it will dial 101 automatically. That's pretty simple. This demonstration we will use to show you how to reach a regular user using phone. And I will also show you how to reach a conference. For that demonstration, I will call another number. 0600, okay, let's say 333, double three. So in this case, what asterisk will do will be absolutely the same. It will just transfer me to TrueConf server. You see that this rule removes 06 from the beginning. Only remain the ID part, which was located after the 06. This rule is already applied on our local PBX. It is active. So our connection to local PBX on TrueConf server is also maintained and successful. So I can show you. So I can show you how does it work. Okay. This is my application. And here I have a pretty old version of X-Lite SIP phone. So I don't have a user with the ID 101 on my server, and it will be pretty awkward to create user accounts, digital user accounts on TrueConf server for every user. It will be very confusing to have multiple accounts for every user. So to support this scenario, we have a thing which is called ALSs on TrueConf server. So first of all, I have to create an ALS for my user. Again, my user is Lev. I have to create an ALS for me. Let's create an ALS 101 to fit the string I have written for you before. The ALS 101 will be linked to my user. Here it is. I don't need to refresh or restart TrueConf server. That's it. It was pretty simple. So right now, every call to 101 will be redirected automatically to my user. So this transformation will happen. The PBX receives a call to 06101. It transfers the call to 101 at address of TrueConf server. The built-in gateway of TrueConf server starts the transcoding for SIP connection, and it will start to look 101 user. It will find that we have an ALS for 101, which refer to my account Lev. So you see that three stages. It sounds complicated. I tell you a lot, but in real life, if I call 06101, everything will happen very fast. You see that I am connected. So the SIP phone immediately connected to TrueConf server user. That's it, just a single string in asterisk configuration file. Now I will show you how to connect from phone to the conference. I have to create a conference for that. I don't have any conferences yet on that server. So let's create one. It doesn't matter public or private. I will select the ID for the conference is 333. My user will be the host. And that's it. Let's save it. So once I start a conference by scheduler or manually, the TrueConf server will invite every participants to this conference. So it sends me invitation. I accept the invitation. Now you see in the list of participants that there is only one user, one participant in this conference. That's me, the host. So let's go back to the notepad to see what's going on in the next demo. So when we call 060033, the asterisk, the PBX, will transfer it to 00333 at TrueConf server, which I'm using right now. After that, TrueConf server will perform another transformation. So it will start to look for a user 00333. You see that we don't have such user, we don't have such alias, so nothing will happen. But this notation with 00 has a special meaning. It will be replaced with the following one: \c \333. If you are familiar with TrueConf server, you know that this notation is used for conferences. So when we try to call this string, we will connect the conference, not a user. So let me show you. Again, I take my soft phone and call 06003333 as a conference we just created. I'm already in the conference, so I call, and I have been added to the conference from my SIP phone immediately. So it is possible using this technique to create a special number to reach conferences on your server with a very easy PBX configuration. For example, the case for that, let's say some executive is just want to hear what's going on during some meeting, but he is not possible to participate by video because he is traveling, for example. But he can connect any conference if he knows the conference ID. So you can create, let's say, a special conference ID 333 or 8000 or whatever you want for regular meetings and reach them from phones anytime. Of course, TrueConf server will mix audio for phone user, and it will deliver phone audio from mobile user back to the conference. So it is possible to communicate in real time, of course, with this phone user. But let me show you something else. So I have my DEC phone, which is connected to voice IP wireless base station. And that base station is connected to our local PBX. So when I call something, it is possible to use this 06 notation as well on this phone as well. So let me call this the same conference from this device. I enter 06000333, you see, and press the call button. And immediately connected to the same conference. Just a moment. I will mute the microphone for that participant. It is also possible to use IVR voice menu on some number on your PBX to reach the same conference. So I will show you as well how does it work. We have a special number here in Moscow to reach conferences. It looks like that. It's +7 495 698 60 67. I call it. Just a moment. It will tell me please enter the extension number to get connected. Just wait a little bit. Okay, so I enter 06000333, you see, and I will be connected to the same conference again using my cell phone number. Oh my god, I will drop a call, I'm sorry, because my microphone from phone and my microphone from the headset was very close. But anyway, you have seen that we have used this single configuration line for asterisk for connection of 3 different kinds of phone connections, from soft phone, from regular desk phone, and from IVR voice menu system. So let's drop these participants from the conference and end the conference. That was the second part, about how to reach TrueConf conferences and users from outside using phone number. Regular phone. I will skip through the slides because I have already demonstrated all these steps. And the third part is about registration devices. So sometimes it is more efficient to register your voice IP devices directly on TrueConf server. To tell them not to connect to your cloud-based PBX or your local PBX, but instead to connect to TrueConf server. Many voice IP devices support multiple connections, so they can maintain connection simultaneously to your PBX and to TrueConf server simultaneously. So it's not a problem to set up them to connect to multiple PBXs, multiple servers simultaneously. So we will use, for demonstration purposes, Yearlink video on desk phone. I have on my desk. Here it is. You see that it is not connected anywhere. Sorry for Russian interface. It says no connection here. So let's create a connection and register this desk phone on my local TrueConf server. After that, I will be able to address this video desk phone like a regular user. So for other TrueConf server users, there will be no difference to call Yearlink desk phone or to call any TrueConf application. It will look the same. It will have the status. The only difference will be it will not be able to communicate using messaging. So it will be useless to send text messages to that device. But from other points of integration, you can call, invite to the conference without any hash, SIP, strings, just like a regular user. Okay, so first of all, I have to create an account for this device. I go to the settings. Let's name it Link. And the password will be 123123. I have to confirm it. That's it. The account has been created. Here it is. You see that Link device is offline. Yes, of course, because no one is connected to TrueConf server using this account yet. So I have to check the IP address of this desk phone. Let me check it. So here it is. The IP address is 62.10.8. I will save you time and will use the web-based interface to set up this registration. Instead of UI of the desk phone, it will be faster. So you see that this device support up to 16 simultaneous connections, but we will need only one. I have to enable the account. I will label it TrueConf server. So we will use Link login and 123123 password. And the IP address of my server is, here it is. That's it. So I have specified the login, I have specified the password, I have specified the address of the server for this desk phone, and that's it. Yeah, it has been connected successfully. You see that on the desk phone, the status has been changed to TrueConf server. So it maintains connection to TrueConf server account. And in my address book, you also can see that the Link user become online. And in the list of users on the server, it also is green, is also online. So that's it. After that, I can call it like regular user. That's me. Hello again. And of course, I can create a conference and invite this device into the conference. I have to reply. You see that server have created a special account. I'm sorry, has created a special layout for this SIP device. This device is not capable to receive multiple streams, so we mix and transcode video for this device. Yeah. It was pretty simple. And let's try something funny. I will show you how to mix techniques from the second part with the third part. For example, your desk phone don't have any keyboard, so it is difficult to reach some ongoing video conference from the desk phone. So we can use this 00 notation for desk phone to reach conferences as well. So when I call 00333 from this yelling desk phone, TrueConf server will understand it as \c/333 command and will connect this device to the conference. So this dramatically reduces the amount of time required to connect device to the conference. So let me show you how does it work. First of all, let's start the conference. I have created before. By the way, it is not required to start the conference manually from the control panel. I can join the same conference using address book. Here it is. I'm in the conference. Now let me open the participant list. And after that, I will call 00333. Here's the number. And let's press dial. Up. Yeah, we have been connected to the conference very quickly, just 5 seconds. I just dialed the number and I have been connected. So we have not used 06 notation because we are connected directly to TrueConf server, not through the PBX, but through TrueConf server. So there is no need for 06 rule. Okay, I will end the conference and skip through slides because I have shown you all I wanted to show. That's it. That was the last part, and all demonstrations regarding phone integration and TrueConf server integration with phone users and cell phones, etc., and PBXs. I'm here for your questions. If you have any, feel free to ask. I will replace my desktop with the camera. Just a moment. Here I am. Any questions? No questions so far. Okay, no problem. So the recording of this webinar will be available, I think, next week on our website. So you will be able to return back to it any moment to understand how does it work or how to set up phone integration on your side for your projects. Of course, we will be happy to assist you if you reach our support team, which is always available on support@trueconf.com email address. We also is planning to show a lot of new stuff next week during Integrated Systems Europe show in Amsterdam. It will start next Tuesday. Many interesting demonstrations is currently being prepared for the show. A lot of stuff. So we will be happy to see you there if you are going to visit Amsterdam next week. Make sure to visit RAI Expo Center and IC show because I think it is the largest AV show in the world with more than 60,000 users visiting it each year. For us, it is very important. It will be a 6th time we have a booth on that show. So we have a long history of visiting and participating in EC, and we'll be happy to see you there. Our next webinar will happen in February. I think in the second part of February. We will come up with ideas for the topic. We are not sure we're not sure about the topic yet. If you have any ideas or something you are interested in, please write us, tell us somehow your ideas about the next topic of the webinar, and we will take it into the account. That's it. Thank you everyone for visiting us today, and have a nice day. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Yes, we will save the recording and upload it to YouTube next week, or maybe on Friday. We will do it fast, don't worry. We will provide the recording for every registered participant. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, the last question was very funny. Bye-bye.